You know, a few weeks ago, I had an opportunity to sit down with some amazing women. We talked about life balance. We had a conversation about what balance looks like in different ages and stages and seasons and different family situations, married, single, kids, no kids, working in the home, outside the home, and everything in between. But at the very end of our time together, and this was a long all-day video shoot, after we had covered all the segments we wanted to cover for the Christy Wright show, which aired back in September, after we asked all the questions we wanted to ask, at the very end, right before I wrapped up, I had this moment, and this was not planned. This was not something we scripted out. We prepped them ahead of time, but I just felt in my spirit that I wanted to ask them one final question. I said, this is gonna make y'all uncomfortable, and I didn't plan to do this, but I wanna ask you as we wrap up today, would you just share something you're proud of? I know that's hard. It's really hard. We don't want to come off as braggy. We don't want people to think that we're arrogant, that we think we're better than anybody else. But I think as women, we swing so far to the opposite extreme that we absolutely miss out on appreciation, on appreciating, on even having gratitude for the things that we're doing right. And so I asked them to go around the room and to share something they're proud of. And I said, I won't ask you to do anything I'm not willing to do myself, so I'll go first. And I got really emotional at sharing the thing that I was proud of. And even now, I feel my eyes burning, even remembering that moment. Women, what would it look like to consider the things you're doing right? What would it look like to pause for just a moment, maybe just between you and God and maybe your journal, and just go, you know what? I'm proud of that. Yeah, I am. I'm proud if I did that. I'm proud I did that. I'm proud that I'm getting that right. I worked really hard at that. I challenge you to do that. It might make you uncomfortable, but I think God might just show you something about yourself, about true humility, and even about what he thinks about you in that exercise. Check out this conversation with my amazing friends as we talk about what we're proud of. I didn't plan to do this, but as we wrap up, because we're running low on time, but I would love to do something fun that I didn't plan at all. Let's just go around, and I'd love for each of you to say one thing you're really proud of. I want to model that. And I know it's hard, and I know it's going to make you uncomfortable and squirmy.
Yeah, can you start on that?
And for that reason, Auntie Smith over here. No, I mean, I don't want us to tell women to be proud of how you're spending your time, be proud of what you're doing right. I want us to model it.
Yeah, I love that.
And so as uncomfortable as it may make you, I'll go first to give you guys a beat. And then let's just popcorn it and everybody say something when you feel comfortable. I'm really proud of how active I am with my kids. It sounds so simple, but I'm not a distant mom. I'm I'm in it.
Yeah, yep. It's amazing.
I'm in it with them. And yeah.
I would have to say I'm proud of how I'm navigating not being able to really do what I've done for so long, where I found my identity and realizing that my identity is not there.
Yeah.
And really, truly finding out who I am in the process. I'm really proud of the journey. And I'm saying journey because we're not there.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of this journey.
Yeah.
For sure.
You should be. That's awesome.
I would say, and it's kind of related to what you said, I'm really proud that my kids will tell me that I was a great mom. Because I didn't feel like it. And I think in a season where, two are leaving and the other two are moving in different stages, it's not something that I necessarily felt at the time, and it's not something I ever thought they would say. I know, thank you. Actually, I'm crying too.
This is true. Joy dealer, tissues dealer, we got it all.
But I think it's unusually hard for me to jump to the thing that I'm proud of. I mean, I think I love that you asked that.
I will say I'm proud of the fact that I just finished my graduation packet for personal executive coaching. I turned it in on Saturday, and it's my single mom side hustle to be able to make ends meet for my boys and I. And I am proud of myself that I've done that.
That's amazing.
So
Awesome.
taken that step and started a coaching practice, and
That's amazing. Congratulations.
so
That's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Need a coach.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go. This is hard.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this. Because this is hard for us. I think all of us can say that as women. We don't talk about ourselves, much less be proud of ourselves for something. And I'm like going through the list, and I'm like, no, I can't say that. No, I can't say that. Well, I can say that. I can say that.
Right.
But I think one thing I am so proud of is the family that we have built, and the marriage we have, and the children that we have, and that they're walking with the Lord. And I could not be more grateful for that.
You should be.
Okay. Ooh, I'm really proud to know that I'm able to sit here and speak because I've looked up to Christy, and I had a small business, and I told her last night. I've told my husband this. I'm like, I can't even believe this is my life. I can't even believe that I'm able to sit amongst, I did your Bible study, it's that I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud that I have a seat at the table when
You sure do.
I didn't think that this could be my narrative. So.
Okay, but you
Patsy,
also need to say, you're proud because you did this well.
Yes,
right.
yes,
That's right.
I think it's really easy to be I'm really proud of the family that I have. And it's because you were an awesome parent. Be proud of that. Or you.
That's right.
Yes.
Don't take out the part that you played in that, You're welcome here because you
You earned
deserve it and you did a great job
earned it.
and you earned it.
Patsy said about you before you even sat down, she was like, she lights up a room. I said, yes, she does.
I like to give advice.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Wow. When you have to dig through as many years as I've had, you're not sure what you're digging in. Well, y'all,
I'm so ready for this, and I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous.
You want to put us here? Here you go.
Thank you.
do you know there isn't anything I can think of that I've done that I have the right to claim because it all depended on either God's grace or it depended on someone who was generous enough to make an inclusion. I think two words that come to me immediately are inclusion and safety, two words I'm extremely fond of when I'm the recipient from others. But thanks for having me. What am I proud of? That I've survived 76 years. And it's been with a lot of help, but I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful that I'm still being asked to show up. And that two brain cells occasionally still speak to each other. So
Patsy, you told a story a long time ago. It was for our company devotional, I think it was, but you were telling a story of when you were agoraphobic and scared to leave your house and how the Lord, I just remember this story, the Lord asked you to make your bed and you argued with him and you said, well, I'm still in it, so I can't. But you did. I just think the things that you've overcome, whether you want to share them or not, we know them. And you have a lot to be proud of, a whole lot that is a light to a lot of people, whether you realize it or not. Y'all, this was fun. And a lot. And
How dare you?
I feel like I've been in some therapy.
I know. I'm like,
when I was 7, Who did you have to be, Angie? Who did you have to be? This is who I had to be. It explains my ignorance.
It's so great.
I think Karen really got a hold of it there when she said, thank you for doing this, because we as women don't often go in and say, I'm really proud of this.
Yeah. It goes back to what we said a minute ago, the head and the heart. It's like we can know something, like, yeah, girl, be proud of what you did. I don't have anything to be proud of. It's like modeling, I think, is so powerful to pave the way for them to not only know they need to do it, but see it done and see other people uncomfortable with it and doing it anyway.
And
So,
what if that
thank
is
you
part
guys.
of the balance?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
I don't know that I add that in very much
Yeah.
to how I always look at the lack. And I think that's
exactly right. That's exactly
I need
right.
to add that to my.
You know what I started doing? This is just a sidebar. But before I make my to-do list for a day, I'll write down things I'm proud of from yesterday.
Oh, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say I write down things I've already done and then I check them off.
Yes, sorry.
That also.
Yes.
But what
I was
happens
like
is
leaned in like, oh no, that's way godlier than what I was going to say.
Because what happens is I make a
love
to-do list
that.
and then I don't do it and then I feel guilty. So I'm like, but I did do something. So what did I do? Maybe I went on the list. So I'll write down, here's all the things that I did.
That's awesome.
And I'm proud of those things before I make the list and beat myself up for that new list. You know what I mean? But it's like, but you're so right. It's the lack that we focus on, and that's where so much of the guilt comes from versus of being proud of what we did do, whether it's being a great mom or running a business or just getting the laundry done, like whatever, you know. So
I can remember going to bed and I'd make a list in my head of everything that I had done, and then I'd count them, and if I didn't think there was enough, I'd get up and do 2 more things, you know, so the list could be long enough. And I thought, oh, this isn't a good idea. This isn't healthy. This is really putting yourself in a pressure point. We so often as women will be the reason for our own drama.
so true. Oh, that's so true.
Girl, you better break. Okay. Oh my goodness.
I need that slate to come back out.